All right, what's up, everybody? We are back for a week 2 version, and I love. Oh, Kenny, god damn you, beautiful son of a
I
bitch!
sorry it got cut off, but I have Stonehenge Trevor Lawrence here.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I was
That's
gonna
what I
put
wanted
I was
to
gonna
speak
put
for.
Caleb with his nails done in the background,
yeah.
but I didn't have time.
I was like, I'm sure Sean is considering something,
Or
but
I thought about, or just like a
yeah.
big huge picture of JJ McCarthy. I don't know, but
I know
I didn't
he
want to
was so
start off I
sexy.
didn't want to start off my guest appearance with toxicity.
Well,
You
I'll
should
just
have.
have to bring it up. I'm happy from a dynasty perspective. There you go,
That
Justin.
honestly
Check. Okay,
literally looks like Trevor Lawrence. So
it really does, right?
Dude, now the
it's,
more I look at it, it really does look like him.
it does,
Yeah, I'll
dude.
have
The
to
big old
send
face
you.
and nose is crazy.
I'll have to send you the act like I literally typed in Trevor Lawrence meme and that was the funniest one I could find.
That's
So.
hilarious. Oh, that's
You could have gone with
hilarious.
that or his cheerleader, him in that cheerleader
Dude, that
outfit.
one
That
is the
was
one from
That's
Clemson.
old.
That one's bad. Yeah.
oldie but a goodie, man. Oldie but a goodie.
Kenny, it
Speaking
was
of
a brutal
oldie,
week for you and I in the NFC North, huh?
Got to bring it up, don't you?
I mean, at
Gotta
least
bring
you
it up.
showed up. At least your team showed up. My team
No,
didn't
but we
even
didn't. But we
didn't
didn't.
even
We
just
didn't
fucking
show up.
shit the bed, dude.
We got
in
one
Brazil, man.
offensive touchdown and a pick six. We did not show up. We got another touchdown in like fucking garbage time because the Vikings didn't even care. They're like, yeah, go ahead and score. Yeah, but I am worried about the Lions. I'm worried because that
Dude, I am
shouldn't have
too.
happened. That should
Dude,
not they did not look like the Lions. Like
that
I mean,
offense did not look like a Lions
losing two
offense to me at all.
coordinators, losing two coordinators, it feels like there was gonna have to be some regression there. But with the people they have on that team, with Gibbs and
yeah,
Laporta and got
they have
like,
so much
you didn't expect it
talent.
to be
Like,
that bad. Yeah.
no, like Gibbs just got shut down the whole game.
Dude,
I
big
was, I was
time.
shocked.
There was
Yeah.
It was
there was a
terrible.
lot of bad performances week one for sure.
Dude, if I had Gibbs in this league, I'd be trading him to me right now. So that's all I got to say.
Dude, I would trade him to me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I would definitely be
For
really
Harold
angry.
Fannin. Harold Fannin.
Yep, he's on the block, baby. You ready?
But
If
but I
This
put
year's Brock
I put
Bowers.
Isaiah on the block. Isaiah 1 game, 1 touchdown. Isaiah to Salah. Dude, come on.
The moment
Who?
Bill scored a touchdown, Justin had him on the block. Like every league,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probably what happened. The
yeah.
moment his toe crossed the line.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just wants to make your team better, okay? Don't
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
that's
adjust.
all he's
He's
doing.
looking out for your best interests.
Yeah,
Your best
he
interests
is.
at heart.
That's
Dude,
all
talk
he's
about
doing.
that game. Can Ravens Bills get any better? Like I feel like every time they
Oh,
play
it's
each other,
great.
it's
That was
just the
like-
game of the year.
Yeah, it was. That was like.
Yep.
I feel like the NFL has done. Maybe they learned from. Was it last
better
year or the year
job.
before when what ass team was always on prime time, and it was like everyone was just like, oh, it was the Jets when Aaron Rodgers got hurt because they put the
Yeah.
Jets everywhere, and we had to deal with that. They've really like thought about those primetime matchups. Like, okay, what's gonna make people turn on the damn TV?
I
And
think
like
they
that-
assumed
Yeah,
the Jets would be really good, and I think a lot of us
Well,
did.
yeah.
Because they're dog shit. But I mean, even tomorrow
But
should be a good game. Washington,
but-
Green Bay should be a
yeah.
good game.
but let's not assume anymore. Let's like look at the facts and go like, okay, those are good teams. Put them
Yeah.
against each other.
Well, for a while
prime
on
time.
Thursday Night Football, they had to have every team play like one Thursday night game, which was a terrible idea. Like, I think there was like a game a couple years ago, it was like Jags and Titans, and I was like, don't do this to this country. This
I
is
don't-
very
I don't
un-American.
I don't
Like nobody,
my
yeah, like
team
prime times
being-
games should be reserved for good teams, and I think that's why they added where you can flex out games later in the
Yeah,
year. But
yeah.
Still though, yeah, I think they.
I don't
finally
like
figured it
my
out.
team being in prime time.
I
I
hate it.
feel like they choke
I
in
hate
prime
it.
time. I don't want everyone else to see that. Just
It's bad
Kenny-
enough. It's bad enough at my 10 a.m. slot, dude, when people are still asleep. You know.
Well, yeah, and Steve has to deal with his team every Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean every Thanksgiving, dude.
That's
I mean,
true.
Kenny, literally, I know the Lions shit the bed, but what was it like watching Justin Fields just go fucking off, dude? Like,
I
was
loved it.
what- yeah,
I love Justin Fields.
wouldn't you want him on your team?
I did. Literally, this is the constant shit that Justin gives me because I really wanted to keep Justin Fields. I said, no, trade away the first. And I'm telling you, we would have been okay. If we would have gotten Ben Johnson there, I think you can see what Justin Fields can do with a semi-competent coach. You know, but like we're rolling with Caleb, okay, but like Justin Fields could have done it too. I stand by that.
And that first would have got you some big pieces. So yeah,
He's not a great thrower, but
No.
he
looks so nervous. To me, he looks nervous. He
Yeah.
can't get the ball out fast enough. Like I don't know, it's weird.
Wait, Justin
There's-
Fields
Yeah, I mean,
or
that's
Caleb
that's a
Williams?
confidence thing, man. The guy's been, I mean, through the ringer. So I mean, up until CJ Stroud a couple years ago, Ohio State quarterbacks have just not had the best record or
Yeah.
best track record in the NFL. So
I love that he got like a 2-year. What it was like 2 years, 40 million with the Jets, which is like
Nice.
they're paying him 20 mil a year, so they are taking him a little seriously because with the Steelers, what he was probably making like 5, 6 a year, and they threw him out there as a starter and just let him be like just like he was on the Bears. He's a sacrificial lamb. It's
well,
okay.
they
you know.
benched him with a winning record.
Yeah, he
It's
was
tough.
good.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
but, like,
yeah. I mean, and
you
I
know-
thought it was the right move because I think Russ was better for that offense last year. But I mean, the ceiling didn't move, honestly.
Yeah.
So
And
I mean, it's
like
because
that.
it's Sean. It's because they have to go to Ohio State, like the suck eyes, dude. No one wants to go to that piece of shit school, dude.
unless you're wide receivers are the only
Yeah,
thing I trust from
seriously.
Ohio State. So
All right, we had some good NFL talk. We'll
We
get to some
digressed.
fantasy talk. We digress, but that's okay. And Kenny's awesome meme, which is now going to be a thing every single week. All
Yep,
right,
I love
so
it.
It's a thing
you
now.
guys, who do you guys think had the worst record of picks last week out of the four of us on the pod last week? Who had the worst?
it was definitely Steve.
Matt.
It was definitely
This guy
Steve.
right here. This guy right
It was
here.
Steve. Went 1-5.
Terrible.
So, yeah, he doomed a lot of teams with that shitty juju he had. But who do you think
Yeah.
had the best record?
It might have been Kenny.
It was Kenny. Kenny
Wow,
went
Kenny.
5-1 in picks.
Wow, Kenny. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
I
Yeah,
was
if I
in
picked
second
if I
with
picked your
3-3.
team last week, it was a kiss of death, dude. Kiss
I
of death.
felt
Like,
actually
you
I had
literally
a
were gonna
twinge
lose.
of sadness for Kenny when he was defending himself with his own team last week, and so I was rooting for him. I was rooting hard.
I got
for him.
so lucky. My team is so bad. I
I mean, that's why I
completely
that's
lucky.
why I put the emoji eyes in there because I was like, oh, dude, this is gonna be the upset of the week.
You know what really helped was my 420-69 Baker Mayfield getting almost 30 points, and then also Old Man Allen got almost 20, and then Ricky Pearsall with 108 yards. So fourth round pick. Look at that.
And
Yeah.
no Brock Purdy. So we'll see
He'll
what
be fine.
Pearsall
He'll
can
be
do.
fine. Nuh-uh. Mm-mm. We're not gonna talk
Alright.
like that.
He's already
They're
out for
tossing-
2 weeks.
They're tossing me and quarterback,
He'll be fine.
dude, so good
He'll be
luck.
fine. Who's the backup
I'm-
there?
No one knows. I mean,
It's Mac Jones.
Oh,
oh,
Mac Jones can do it. You
From-
saw
oh,
what
yeah,
he
he-
did with
he-
Jacksonville at the end of the year. He was
I mean,
lighting it up, baby.
he made Brian Thomas Jr. look good. That's
Yeah,
about it.
dude.
And
Yeah.
then forever,
So he
forever
can make
Mac Jones
Pearsall
holds
look
a
good,
place.
dude.
Forever Mac Jones holds a place in my heart for getting us that BTJ performance last year.
McCorkle.
So-
You mean McCorkle? Because his name is McCorkle.
Mac Daddy Jones.
so we're gonna obviously again record our predictions. Sean, you will be included in this, and we will either mock you or praise you next week. But
Nice.
starting with Jeff versus Justin, Sean, what's your prediction for that matchup?
So I had this one starred as actually my favorite matchup this week. Mostly because of some of the matchups we're getting at the position. So Chase versus Jefferson, Bride versus Boutwith versus Bowers.
Yeah,
Judy and Ridley is funny to me because those are two guys I thought like had a chance to maybe be
yeah.
under the radar late pickups, and they both bombed week 1. So there'll be some interesting matchups there. I like Justin Fields' performance, but it's really hard to bet against Josh Allen right now with an even better matchup, I think, against the Jets. The projections are close, but I'm just a little more comfortable with the quarterback there, so I have Jeff taking that one.
All right, Steve, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with my boy Dusty. I just feel like he's gonna bounce back this week. You know what I mean?
All
I
right,
feel
that's
like
a loss for Justin.
yeah, I just feel yeah. Sorry, Justin. I just put the kiss of death on your team right now. So you will be taking a big fat L this week because Steve picked your team.
Well, Matt and Kenny, you know where to go on this.
Kenny, where are you going?
I'm gonna go Jeff, mainly because I don't have faith, and I'm very nervous. Let's just put it this way about DeAndre Swift, because that line could not open any holes for him, and now they're going into Detroit, so I feel like he could get shut down a little, and Josh Allen just, I mean, eh, he he just lit the world on fire. Chuba Hubbard, that's his team. Javonte Williams, the Almighty, looked great on Dallas. I think Justin Jefferson will rebound. Atlanta defense is a little tougher though, so that's a little nervous. But and I don't know, just the matchups, and I think the Vikings defense could do okay against Atlanta because you could see what they did to the Bears, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go Jeff. My name is Jeff.
I am also going to go with Jeff. What I thought was his weakness at running back. I mean, it's early for Javonte, but Chuba looked good. Put up some big numbers, and Allen, Jefferson, and Bowers is a three-headed monster. That's tough to overcome. And I don't think Jefferson
actually
had a great game.
I'm worried about Jeff's roster because he's fucking stacked. I mean,
it's nasty.
You got Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Brock Bowers, and Josh Allen all on the same team.
Well,
that's
not to mention
that's elite play.
Another thing that I looked at between this matchup is Justin only had an 80% like start sit percentage with his team. So, I mean, Jeff, when you have that kind of lineup, you're probably going to be pretty accurate. 96% led the league in like start sit for max points. So I think Justin might still be filling out his team a little bit to see, who's going to go where. So that's another part of it too. So but that's going to be a fun one.
3 versus 1. Next one is Eddie and Steve. Sean, who you got for this one?
Yeah, so I have Steve on this one. The biggest reason I had here was just some of the matchups that Eddie has. I think another situation where I looked at the start say accuracy from the week before. I just think people that were a little more confident in their lineup and who to start and who to put on the bench, and so I mean the 97% start matchup there for Steve, and then some of the matchups I worry about. Prescott should have a better week, but you have Neighbors versus Dallas. We saw their secondary; their defense looked a lot better than we thought they were going to look. Tampa Bay is going against Houston, whose defense is really, really, really good. And then Eddie still has a couple rookies that I need to see a little more from, I think, before I would start to feel comfortable with them. So yeah, I got Steve.
Steve, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going with myself. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like my team is very consistent. I don't have any like big bangers out there that are gonna like, I don't know, like I feel like this year it's a very consistent team. Except for Bijan
Robinson.
Bijan is an absolute stud, bro.
I mean,
you might get 25 points a game out of dude.
What was it? The second play of the game, he had I got an alert, and it's because I'm in another league, and it's like 50-yard receiving touchdown. I was like,
I was watching that live. I was watching that live because I had money on the Bucks. So
just took that thing straight to the house.
I was like, hey, wait, I didn't screw up a first round pick or a number 1 pick. What the hell, dude? Well, I mean, it is week one, so I'm gonna calm down.
Fine.
I just feel like I don't know.
Tougher matchup though for sure against Minnesota.
Yeah, tougher matchup. I just feel like I don't know, like as much as I think that Eddie's rookies can be bangers, like I didn't feel like they got out of the gate as well as I thought they would. So yeah, I just see, even though I'm predicted to lose this week, I feel like I can overcome that. So
yeah.
Kenny, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Steve. I think Dallas is. I don't think Prescott's gonna do great against the Giants, right? That's divisional, right? Yeah, they're in the same division, and the Giants' defense is a little underrated. I see I see Vegas not running the ball a lot because I feel like they're going to be behind. I mean, the Chargers really made a statement last week, and I don't think I think the Chargers are just going to throw everything on their head and keep throwing a lot more. So I don't know the kind of game Hampton will have. And then I heard that the Giants are sticking with Russell Wilson. So that sucks for Malik Neighbors. And then, yeah, I just,
He's also on the injury report. Neighbors is.
oh yeah, see, so like if I were him, I'd be like, "Fuck this! I ain't gonna play till Jameis comes in, or something." But
Or
I mean,
Jackson Dart.
Steve's got McConkey and Harrison as receivers, which are great. He's got Metcalf, who we is shown is great with Rodgers. And then Kyler Murray is what would make me nervous, but you're playing the Panthers, so
Yeah.
that's gonna help quite a bit.
Yeah, they're bad. I can attest.
Yes, they are. Not
Yeah,
good.
I'm taking Steve too. I think the Chargers threw the ball a hell of a lot more than people thought they were going to, and spread it around because McConkey had a good game, Keenan Allen had a good game, Quentin Johnston magically had a good game, had 2 touchdowns. I think Kenny, you're right. They're going to get out to a big lead, and I don't think Gianti's going to be a huge factor in the game. Got to go with Steve on this one, so a clean sweep. Sorry, Eddie. Next up, though, is Kenny versus Ryan. Sean, who you got in this one?
I have Ryan on this one. I'm just going off of my notes. The projections, it's hard to ignore, even though I know Kenny had a great week last week. The fact that Fannin and Booty are in his lineup already, I was like, dude, this is what we're doing. Like,
hey,
you
man.
had a good week. You can't switch up the mojo and pick up and throw the guys off waivers in your lineup unless you're trying
so
unless you're trying to
Cooper
position
Kupp
them.
again. You would play Cooper Kupp again.
No, I get
He
it. I'm
got
just
like
saying,
one target.
your team had some chemistry, whether the guys stepped up or not. Maybe they were blocking on the perimeter. Maybe they were doing the small things that didn't show up in the stat sheet. But your team had some chemistry, and you just completely dismantled it.
It's okay.
After a big dub, and you put up 126 points. So it's not like you won your matchup, with the other person. Like you know what I mean. So
the only people I took out of my lineup were David Njoku and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, well, I'm just
And
saying,
Cooper
man.
Kupp got like 3 points, and Njoku got like 6.
Yeah, well, and the projections are tough, right? So
I know
based off of that, a little more
Yeah.
consistency, I think, on his side. But Ryan's got some players that have some question
Yeah, he
marks
does.
too. But I just think it's a little too
I was
much
gonna
to
say
overcome.
he's got. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
should I
definitely-
go?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Ryan on this one.
Steve, who you got?
I'm definitely going Ryan. I mean, Kenny, kudos to you last week. The sun does shine on a dog's ass every once in a while, but like it's not shining this week. I'm telling you what. It is in the shade. There is no
Say
the
whatever.
tail's down. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's gonna be a brutal week for you this week, Kenny.
It's
I think
okay.
I feel.
Kenny, what you got?
I live in the darkness, guys. It's okay. Obviously, I'm gonna take it. It's very obvious, right? I got Big Dick Mayfield leading my charge. I don't really know what's going on with Brian Thomas. Sean, if you could figure that out, give your homies a call. Say, hey, get this guy more involved.
Yeah.
Travis
he's
Hunter's
gonna have a bounce back week. Him and
I sure
Trevor
hope
missed
so.
Trevor missed him on a play that was big. I mean, he scored a touchdown untouched into the end zone, so you got to tutty out of him. But yeah, I think a bounce back week for BTJ for sure.
Yeah, and I don't.
The coach
I don't,
had to answer questions about it, so
What
that
what
means.
worries me, what worries me is honestly is Ryan's running backs because Gibbs and Kamara, that's quite a stack of pass catching running backs who like every week can get you 10 points. Like even if they suck, they're going to catch 5, 6, 7 passes, so they're already at 4 or 5 points just off catching a pass.
I mean, literally, Gibbs had 10 catches last week. Like, what the hell, dude? I was like, holy
it's
shit.
wild.
But that was
Tyreek
it.
Hill.
He was not good on the ground. He was terrible on the ground.
Yeah, but I wonder if Miami comes back because they looked like the worst team in the NFL on Sunday. It was just disastrously bad. I wouldn't be surprised if they fire a coach halfway through the year because it's dog shit right now. I don't think and I don't think the Ravens are going to have a huge matchup against the Browns. The Browns defense really kind of shut down one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL last week. So I don't think they're gonna run over them.
Yeah, I don't understand why people thought like Newsome and Ward are two of the better corners
Yeah.
in the league, and I rewatched that game because my Jags are playing Cincy this week, and I wanted to kind of see what that looks like. And I mean, obviously, when you can rush four and have Myles Garrett and throw everybody else back in the
Yeah.
secondary, like it's going to be tough. The Ravens are a different opponent than Cincy though, so it's the Derrick
But
Henry is it's going to be interesting.
who knows? Maybe I'm gonna take out Fannin and put in Pitts. Who knows? Maybe I'll
What is
play
your most
Fannin
confident
and
like
Njoku.
position on position matchup? Like where do you feel like you have the advantage to where you can win that matchup? That's what I want to know. Because I'm thinking Gibbs has more projected points than all of your flex spots combined.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't you? Hey, Keenan
I'm,
Allen.
I'm just saying.
Keenan Allen outscored Gibbs last week. So
Okay, that's not
recognize
going to
royalty,
happen every
son.
week. That's not going to happen every week. Come on.
No, I obviously
Justin
got
Herbert-
him beat
Justin
on
Herbert loves him
quarterback.
some Keenan Allen, man.
I got him beat on quarterback. I feel like I got him beat on tight end, no matter who I play.
Like the three you
And
have.
I got him beat on defense, and I think that's about it. But you never know,
Hey.
man. Hey,
Hey.
I gotta stand my ground.
I like it. I like it.
I'm
It's
actually
insane.
going to take.
It's insane.
I'm
but I
going to
like
take Kenny because I do think.
Ooh.
I think Kyron's gonna have a big game against Tennessee. They're not great. Baker, I think, might struggle a bit against Houston. New Orleans is also not good. So I think your running back's gonna do well. I think Pearsall's gonna have another good game. Dude, get Kendrick Booty out of your lineup and Fannin out of your lineup. Like, God,
Why?
Hey, that might be wide receiver one
Um,
for the Pats, man.
Dude, I don't understand.
He had a crazy target share.
Kendrick
I think-
Boutte had 8 targets, 6 receptions for 103 yards.
I think
Come on.
Knicks didn't have a good game last week. I think
He's a
Indy's
little,
better
Diggs is a little
D.
banged up.
D's a little better in Indy than people give him credit for. Gibbs, yeah, he had his receptions, but Chicago's a really good defense. I mean, I know McCarthy carved him last week. Sorry, Kenny. And Kamara, I think, is not as good as what he was. The receptions kind of are going to save him again, but even last
Every
week, he
year,
didn't have any
every year it
receptions.
feels like.
He only had 2 catches last week, so he didn't have the same explosive game. It's a bad offense in New Orleans, so no, I'm taking Kenny on this one.
I definitely think maybe the projections aren't as there's not as big of a gap as maybe it looks like on paper, but we'll see.
Next,
Steve
up
was
is-
confident.
Oh yeah, always is me versus Anthony. Sean, who you got?
So on my notes I have let me pull up the matchup here. On my notes I have Buffalo Kid. Rough outing for him week
Yeah,
one.
it was.
My
Yeah.
defense was out there like the Browns versus the Bengals on them last week. So but I think that overall at my notes here, I think he's got a little bit of a better roster overall here. Projections aren't being favorable right now to you. And then some of the matchups here, there's a lot of green, dude, on his end. Pickens versus the Giants, Coleman. I gotta think Chase Brown has a bounce back game this week. Although the Jags run defense should be pretty good. I'm not gonna be drinking my own Kool-Aid yet. It's only been one game, so we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm kind of rolling with the projections and the overall lineup. I did go against my other pattern of the start sit accuracy. You did a much better job than he did last year of creating a lineup week one, which, like I said, I think breeds a little more confidence into the manager knowing who to start. So there's still a chance there that you take it. But yeah, I think it was a close one. But I overall I went Buffalo Kid. He's got to bounce back. There's too much talent on that team.
Hopefully not. Steve, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going the same way, dude. I'm telling you, like the kid's got to bounce back because that was a rough ass week last week. I mean, he
Yeah,
just
it
got
was.
nothing out of no one. Like every guy shit the bed on his team, and like those guys are better than that. So there's no way that this could happen 2 weeks in a row. I'm going with the Buffalo Kid.
He shut off the internet on Sunday and never looked back.
Yeah.
Kenny, who you
I was
got?
drinking a pina colada by the afternoon games, boys. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Kenny, who you taking?
I'm going Matt. I think Justin Herbert could put up similar points to Burrow. If he keeps throwing like he did last week, which was fucking fun to see. I know like running is cool, but like I like barn burners, man. I want to see the fucking balls chucked down the field. I just want to see balls chucked everywhere. Just chuck the balls.
A lot of
Balls
balls.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Kenny,
I
you
think
said balls
Chris-
a lot. You said balls a whole lot right there.
well, Christian McCaffrey, I think is basically that team. It's Christian McCaffrey and Pearsall. That's their team right now. Because
Until
Kittle's
Ayuk
hurt.
gets back. Until Ayuk comes back.
No, even then. Travion Henderson, I think will bounce back. And Nico Collins, I don't know what happened last week with the Texans, but they've got a good enough
That
coach.
offensive line, man. The offensive line
Yeah.
is really bad, bro. And you need a little time to throw the ball down the field, man.
Yeah, and then Jawan Johnson, this happens every year. He just starts to have these little games. And is Taysom Hill even playing anymore?
I think
No?
that was a
Yeah,
fresh
so-
pickup off the waiver there for Matt, right?
Yeah.
Juwan Johnson.
How'd you, man?
Um,
Give us out.
Little waiver ad.
Yeah, because when I look at the other team, right, Bucky Irving, I think Tampa is going to be. No, they're playing Houston, so I don't know, but
Houston's defensive line is really
having
good,
having running back and a quarterback for the same team, that makes me kind of nervous. But Burrow does throw to Chase, so that's okay. George Pickens, I don't think is going to do much of anything this year. I don't think it's going to be there. And that's just me. Mark Andrews, same thing. I don't think he's going to be very involved. They don't even need him. Like, they don't need Mark Andrews. They need him to block. That's about it. They've got Zay Flowers. They've got Derrick Henry, and they can just run, right? David Montgomery. I love Montgomery from when he was on the Bears, but I think it's going to be hard to get touchdowns with him versus having Gibbs. But Hollywood Brown, I think could do good. I think he's kind of a sleeper. But no, I'm going to take Matt there unless he wants to play Bryce Young instead of Justin Herbert.
Not going to happen until the bye week.
Why
And
is
even
Bryce
then-
Young on your bench?
Well, he's definitely not going to be my starter. I can tell you that much. But no, obviously I'm taking myself. I do think his really only bright spots were Keon Coleman, who weirdly was the number 2 wide receiver last week, and Hollywood, who had 10 catches. Everywhere else seems a little more underwhelming, though I don't think Burrow's going to have that bad a performance again, because that was crazy how bad he was.
Yeah. I really
Andrews,
could
I
have
still
gone
think
for
bounces
Keon
back, too.
Coleman to be good last year. That would have been nice.
But I'm still going to take me. I think I have better matchups, and I trust. Bucky's going to have that good a day against Houston's D. Pickens is not going to be good. I think Andrews is starting to go downhill because Zay Flowers is the one on that team. So I'm taking myself.
Yeah, it's.
Uh,
I mean, looking at it, his wide receiver 1 and 2 are wide receiver 2s, so that could be rough. But I have to imagine Dallas is gonna score enough points to get Pickens some production. And but yeah, I mean I don't know. That's the only tough part.
Say hi.
Ooh,
There he
puppy.
is. 2 special guests on this podcast, except one.
Handsome
That's
young
Maple.
man.
Yeah,
Except
Trevor
one's far
Lawrence
better
and
looking than the
Maple.
other.
Those locks, dude. Those locks are
I
flowing
know.
too for the
Yeah.
pup.
I know. That's Maple.
Thank God we have one attractive being on this podcast tonight.
Yeah,
That's true. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, look at this guy.
absolute stud.
All right, now though, we got Val and Sean, which I think could be the marquee matchup this week. But Sean,
Okay.
are you taking yourself in this one, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I was gonna give you guys some shit for everybody taking themselves. And then I looked
You
at my
can't.
notes and then I looked at my notes and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a 4 for 4 on us being homers on our own team. So yeah, I got myself
Exactly.
here. I think the projections are there for me a little bit this week too. Some better matchups for my team overall. I I had some strong performances out of guys that, I mean, a lot of people on this podcast said they were concerned about, so not pointing any fingers or anything, but can. But yeah, I mean, I think it's another one of those good matchups between quarterbacks, Hurts and Jackson. I think I have some edge here on some of the depth, like some of the later pieces. I will be removing Kenneth Walker from my lineup this week. That was really hard to watch. I thought he was hurt, and that's why he didn't play in that game. And it was not. It was just because he's kind of buns. So we'll see how that goes. That's why I drafted a couple extra guys like Dobbins later, who will be making his way to my lineup today. And yeah, I think overall I have some better matchups. I think that's really what it comes down to. Lamar's got Cleveland, Saquon's got Kansas City. McLaurin's got Green Bay, who showed their defense is really, really good. And then, the Niners defense might actually outscore all of her flex players combined this week, which is concerning. But yeah, overall, I'm taking myself here. Projections kind of favor that. But yeah, that's where I'm at on that one.
Steve, who you got?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think before this podcast started, I was more kind of edging towards Val just because of the fact that I thought that Walker was a piece of shit. So,
Hey, that's personal.
Hey,
yeah.
there you go. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm a man of adjustments.
He looked terrible. It looked terrible. Like I was like, I thought the same thing. Are they not using him? Is he hurt? Like, what's happening right now? So, but now that you're going to take him out, I do kind of give you the edge. So I'm going to switch it up. I was going Val earlier today, but I think if you take Walker out and you put one of those other guys in, I'm giving you the edge there. It is going to be a close match. I feel like it's going to be, this is the one that I had the closest. I had this as a close matchup. Val does have some bangers there. So, but yeah.
All right. Kenny, who you got?
The deep sigh.
I'm gonna take Valerie as well. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I think even though Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback, just gotta say it. But anyways,
that's wild.
I'm just trying to
that
piss
is
off
wild.
Justin, right? I'm just trying to piss off Justin. It's fine. That's a long story. But I think Lamar will do just fine. I think Saquon will run all over Kansas City like he does with everyone with that offensive line. I don't care if KC has the little red thing there. It's going to happen. I think Pacheco's going to bounce back. I think they just had a really rough first game. AJ Brown was like non-existent last week. I think he'll do better. I don't know about Terry McLaurin. But Odunze, I feel like Williams is really favoring him out of everyone. But then when we look at the other side, like Devon Achane, like I'm worried about anyone on the Dolphins. Like it doesn't matter who it is. Like everyone is bad when Tua is bad.
I mean, they couldn't be worse than last week, and he still gave me almost 20 points. So I mean, I said this I think during the draft. I feel like he's not quarterback proof, but he's the one bright spot on that team. So if they get their head out of their ass and feed him,
wise for sure.
I mean, it was so bad on Sunday.
He's injury prone. I don't feel like he's a 3-down back. Not everyone's built like
he's not all on the smaller side.
Yeah. But I think CeeDee Lamb will do fine. But Devonta Adams, I'm not 100% sold yet because that's Puka's team. And now that I'm like reading through it, I'm almost going like, I don't know about my pick, but I'm gonna stick with it. And you know what? No, I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
It's gonna be close. So I don't think.
Oh yeah, this will be a really because each you've got J.K. Dobbins on your side. That's awesome, and Travis Etienne had a monster week.
And they just traded the guy everybody thought was going to be the one for this team.
But he's not going to do that every week, right? Like, and then
no, I don't think so. It'll be
on the other side. Pacheco shit the bed and AJ Brown shit the bed, but we know what they are. Yeah, well,
Jalen Carter hopefully doesn't spit in anybody's face this week, and he'll be there for Philly's defensive line.
What a moron! What an idiot.
Just
just
insane.
genuine
Just an insane
stupidity.
thing to do to start the season, bro. Just
Yeah.
setting the tempo right away, man. It's crazy.
I'm gonna take Sean in this one, even though whenever Hertz gets points by throwing, because she's got Barkley and AJ Brown, that
RB1,
can
baby.
kind of be a little symbiotic relationship. But his only 2 touchdowns last week were rushing touchdowns. HN still had a good game fantasy wise, even though the Dolphins are not good. ETN had a big game since he's D is pretty shitty. So it's going to be a high scoring game. So he's going to get a lot of touches. I think Adams has a good game against Tennessee because they're also shitty. Olave is the only question mark on that team, or true question mark. Dobbins, I think, will have a bit of a step back because Indy's D is better.
Anybody want to guess how many targets Olave had?
Probably more than I would give him credit for.
13.
Jesus.
13 targets.
That's probably double I would have given
Was that
credit.
was that 13 more than AJ Brown had? I think so, right?
12. 13,
Yeah.
actually.
Dude, that guy, oh my God, he didn't even show up, dude. I didn't even know AJ Brown was at the game.
You know, I
He was literally
avoided
just
him
reading a
in
book.
drafts because he crushed me last year, and I'm like, I do this bad thing where I get grudge matches against players, and like AJ Brown destroyed
Next year, you're
me
on my
last year.
team, bud.
I know, right?
He was marking his calendar to draft AJ Brown. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, now we have the battle of the minorities. It's Kevin versus Din. So, Sean, who do you got?
Just to battle the minorities.
The grudge match.
Oh
we
my
love inviting
God.
for.
Wow.
Let me pull up the matchup.
From 2 different worlds come 2 men joined together to battle in fantasy football.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, okay, so here's my call. Baden's playing Rico Dowdle again. So that worries me. And he made no waiver transactions for I don't believe so, right?
That's not.
So he's got Amon-Ra, James Cook, and Devonta Smith, right? And Brees Hall, right? Brees Hall did great. But I think he just needs to make some waiver transactions and he'll be fine. There's no point in having Michael Wilson on your roster from the Cardinals right now, right?
Does he
Or
know what a
Westbrook
waiver
Ikine.
transaction is? I mean,
He
Matt, did you tell
does.
him? Matt,
He
did you
does.
give him a list of guys that he needs to pick up in the machine? Did you put it in the machine for him?
I did not. He knows what that is. He just sometimes deletes sleeper and forgets about it.
But yeah, I'm going Kevin here, obviously. Jaylen Warren, I think he's kind of shown that the Steelers are going to get their money out of him this year and kind of use him as a first and foremost thing. And then Egbuka just lit the world on fire last week. Damn it, I really wish I would have drafted him, but at least I got his quarterback. And obviously, Derrick Henry is just infinite. He does not die or age. So I don't understand how he works still. How do you run that fast and be that big? Like,
Yeah, but he only does it against Buffalo, though. Like, I mean, those games that he has are just huge against Buffalo. Like, every Buffalo game, he's got 100 yards at halftime. Like, literally every Buffalo game.
But, like, I would be so scared if someone as big as him was just sprinting at me. Like, that's like, I would rather be chased by a bear than Derrick Henry.
I don't even want that guy looking at me, let alone chasing after me.
He's a monster. Sean, who did you take in this matchup?
This one I went with an upset here. Every week I feel like we get one, and I feel like this could be it. I know it doesn't look great on paper, but did put up 116 points last week, which was, believe it or not the worst in the league. It was like 4th or 5th worst, as bad as the roster is. So I think there's some boom to his team. So I took him. I like a few of his matchups a little bit better this week as well too. I think Mahomes has got something to prove against Philly, and I see some guys having bounce back games. Devonta Smith. I worry about Drake London. He's hurt. He didn't practice today, and if Brosifer has to make a swap, I mean, he's going to be putting in Jawan Jennings, who is also questionable, and he has no other wide receiver on his bench. So it's still up in the air. I know on paper it looks like this might be an easy blowout, but projections are close, and I think Biden squeaks this one out.
Isn't every
Steve?
49er questionable this week? Like every San Francisco 49er is
It's a
questionable.
gigantic, yeah.
Literally.
In week 1, they were all questionable.
Yeah.
But Steve, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the machine this week. I agree with Sean, like same thing. I think that, there could be some guys that are injured here. I don't see Drake London playing this week. I see him sim out. Like I think that's a good thing for Kenny because I think Pitts comes in and has like a pretty good week. So but Kenny's not even starting Pitts, so it's okay. I mean,
What are you
whatever.
talking
I mean,
about?
he'll be great on your bench. He'll be great on your bench.
Flex. He's in my flex already, baby. Go look.
He's in your flex.
I
Yeah,
didn't want Harold
I see the
Fanning.
machine pulling it out this week. I see
also on the block.
I see that happen.
I got both the tight ends from the Browns right now. So come on, guys.
That's supposed to be a good thing, Kenny?
Heavily sought after.
Yeah, is that supposed to be a good thing? I don't know.
You never know. Joe Flacco, man.
I am also taking Din. I think no way Kelsey has that bad a game again. Somehow he just seems to figure it out. And you got the Mahomes Kelsey stack. JSN is the absolute number 1 in Seattle without question. 9 catches wherever he had last week. Breece Hall somehow magically had 19, 20 touches, no touchdowns.
Catches a lot of balls too.
Yeah,
I think that changes this week. Got to get rid of Rico Dowdle. I don't know what he keeps doing with that. James.
Yeah,
Cook
that might just be a dead spot in his roster every week for now. But
I mean, it's James Cook, Amon-Ra in his flex spot for God's sake. So it's not as dire as I thought it was going to be for Din this season. Because
I love how he puts everybody in random spots. He doesn't conform to the norm of like best players at the top. To mess with everybody. I guarantee you, Kenny probably looked and was like, dude, starting Rico Dowdle, but James Cook is in the flex.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
That's
it's all
what
strategy,
do you do as a fantasy player, unless your player's playing on like Thursday, right? Like you always put your best players at the top. That's what
He's psyching you out. Dude, the machine's in your head right now.
Dude.
The machine's in your head.
It's telling him.
GPT told him to put those guys in the flex, and that's what messes with you. You just don't see
Yeah.
it. You think, this will be easy because all the shit guys are in the top spots. But nope. And there he goes.
Plus now Kelsey took out Worthy, so that's an extra like 5 or 6 catches for him. So
yeah, dude, elite strategy there, bro. Also, what was up with Pittsburgh's defense, man? That was game of the day up until the late game, dude. The Jets and Steelers, man. Who would have thought? That's usually a terrible barn burner Thursday night game that we have to suffer through.
Tomorrow should be good. But
yeah, tomorrow should be a good match.
Hey Matt, what was that? Matt, what was that game like 5 years ago? You, Justin, and I went to Heroes and watched. It was like Washington, New York. It was like 6-3 final.
It was 3-3 at halftime. It was like 9-6 it was horrible.
The Heroes in Riverside?
Worst football game. Yeah. Might be the worst football game ever.
Great food,
Steve,
though.
Justin, and I went out there to watch, and oh my God, that was dog shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kenny, I tried to tell him, I'm like, hey, this place has really big portions. And they're like, no, it doesn't. Give us some appetizers and give us some food. No. And I was like, God, you guys aren't going to eat all this shit. And dude, piles came to the table.
The the nachos, the curly fries that come with their sandwich, bro, it's enough to feed a country.
Dude, we got the sampler. And we're like, all right, let's order a round of beers. And so Justin and I are like, no, let's get the appetizer. All right, let's get the sampler. And Steve's like, guys, seriously, like it's a lot of food. We're like, shut up, Steve. What do you fucking know? She brings that thing out. We're like, oh man, uh-oh. And then she order. I forgot we were like sandwiches and fries or whatever. And she brings that out. It's like a mountain of fries. I'm like, oh shit, whoops.
Even their soft drinks come in fucking gigantic mugs,
like a bucket.
Yeah. Small beers, a 32 ounce. Yeah.
Shout out to Heroes. Not sponsored, but shout out to Heroes.
Yeah. Hashtag no free ads.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good chat with you. I will post up the picks, and we will keep track of the picks all year long to see who wins. So far, Kenny's got a roaring lead, especially with Steve. It's a good chat with you guys. We will get back at you next week, probably with a different guest on here. But Sean, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Hey,
boys.
Sean, it's a pleasure having you.
Good job,
boys.
Sean. I'm
Go
gonna give you a
Jags.
clap.